really good first line whenever you're ready.
What'd you say?
I've got a really good first line whenever you're ready.
Okay. I guess I'm ready.
Yeah? Going? So we came here to the Greenpoint Industrial Park to talk about what a heap of garbage this project is going to be. That's my first line. Cool. You're not getting the awkward way I'm sitting, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
You're my eyeliner camera.
Let's see what it looks like camera. I don't know, what are you more comfortable with?
Well, talking to you is easier, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, and talk to the camera.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. I'm ready. There's no title?
There's no title yet.
I'm having trouble looking at the camera.
Is it uncomfortable to look this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this okay enough? I could do that.
We should look at the camera.
The camera moved. Hi, I'm here in New York. I don't live here now. I live in LA.
Okay,
But wait, I was about to say something.
Okay.
No?
Do you have a waiver for me to sign before you film me?
I'll just, I'll get it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Careful recording.
Oh, we are recording?
Would you let Joel in?
So what do you guys think is gonna happen? I think the lights are gonna go out, someone's gonna go, and then doo doo doo, and then organ.
So what the fuck is going on?
I have a very simple project for you guys. I would like the 5 of you to write a full feature script. Okay, that's part 1. Part 2 is I'd like you each to write 15 pages of it.
You want us to write 5 separate features?
No, I want you to write one feature together. I want you each to write 1/5 of the movie. Before writing your 15-page segment of the movie, you only get to read the previous 5 pages of the script.
The first person is going to determine so much about the process.
I don't know, because the other people aren't going to know what the first person wrote.
Yes.
It's going to be like telephone in that regard, I think. Chioke, Colin, Raphael.
Raphael.
I'm wondering if I may propose an amendment?
I like that you function by Robert's Rules of Order.
Of course! How else do we have a meeting?
Point of information.
I'll devolve into chaos. My amendment, which is proposed, is that in addition to the last 5 pages, we also receive a character list of the names that have been used so far.
It sounds like what we're doing is Exquisite Corpse.
It's an Exquisite Corpse project. In fall of 2002, I started a comedy group called Old English. And I put up a flyer, and a bunch of assholes came to the meeting, and then from then on out, they were my creative partners and best friends. Initially, our work was really sloppy and amateurish because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Hello? Fuck. Hello? Fuck. Hello? Fuck!
You're watching the director's commentary on the special edition DVD of My Last Will and Testament.
And then after a couple years, we sort of realized that we'd actually gotten kind of good at this.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dishes like to be tidy. We love being moldy and green. Kill the roommates, kill the roommates, kill the roommates.
Got scared for a second that we couldn't get drunk. Then it hit me. There's O'Doul's in the trunk.
And we actually started getting some attention.
Old English, this edgy, young, Brooklyn-based comedy group, took 500 photos.
Einfach ruhig dahin und gucken sich das Video von Old English an.
Can discuss who read what, but tell me, am I even near? Man, I can see you looking at me, yo, I'm right out there, but I don't see you. I'm right.
Hello? Fuck! Hello? Fuck!
You would have thought his voicemail would have picked up by now.
Over the 8 years of our working together, though, things got a little bit heated. We finally had enough money to have our own studio, and then we would use that studio to fight all day, every day. And despite the fact that I was working with my 4 best friends, I dreaded going into work.
You goddamn rat bastard son of a bitch.
Motherfucker! Knows how much we care about the Navajo.
Do you want your child to put a gun to your head?
You started it! You started it!
Like, we would just all bring in our scripts, and then we would just fight over this, and I don't like that, and you can't make this. And it just stopped being fun.
Said, hey guys, this comedy thing is the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. I think I'd like to keep doing it. And everyone else said, nah, we're bored of all this success, and we don't want to do this great thing anymore.
Now everyone's sort of working on their own personal careers. Dave's in LA, Raphael's in LA, Caleb went back to school, Adam is in New York working on a stand-up career.
Hey, pretty good for bathroom coffee. Pretty good, pretty good.
And I moved to Central America. But before I left, I wanted to do one last big project together. This is that project.
My only problem with this project so far is that it doesn't feel like what we write is guaranteed to go into production.
Yes, boom! Here's what I have to say about that. If we all sign up for this, we are all committing to doing something. And I want to know that you are committing to doing something as well.
Because it sounds like it's not going to make any sense.
But at the same
More
time,
than it would be a shock
maybe you
to
write something unfilmable.
At the meeting where I first pitched the idea, I remember people argued with me a whole lot more than I thought they would.
All I'm saying is I want you to commit to something. I don't know if that's making the movie. I want to know that if we write this script, you have to do something.
I think more.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree.
Sure.
I remember being kind of annoyed.
Great start. I'm ready.
Yeah? You ready to draw numbers?
Yeah. Wait, parentheses. Why are we being videotaped? We'll get to that.
If I or we make the movie that you guys are about to write, this will be the beginning. And then throughout the movie, I will interview you. So I would like to interview, person number 1 in a couple of days.
Oh, going first was maybe the easiest thing to do. All I have to do is make sure that my scenes make some sort of sense and that the end is open-ended enough so that I can give somebody something to do. Either Adam or Dave asked me to work on one sketch that was like an Android pizza delivery from the future thing.
Are you David Segal? Your pizza is ready.
Sweet!
I was laughing throughout the entire time. So then over the next couple of years, they would ask me to either come on and like shoot stuff or sometimes just be an extra or boom. Or I kind of got to the point where if they asked me something, I'd say yes. It didn't really matter.
Action. I have a lot of stage directions to read.
Read them.
Fade in. Interior bathroom day. A young couple in their late 20s are naked in their tiny white tiled bathroom. Her laying in the bath, him sitting on the toilet.
Mark was sitting next to his young bride when it hit him all of a sudden that his marriage was falling apart. When Mark and Adait first met, she had that same look on her face, one of sheer boredom. It was that look he later recalled that gave him the courage to talk to her. The fact that this douchebag was getting that kind of response seemed like a good sign. There was an ease in how they communicated. They talked incredibly fast that night. Nervous, time would run out.
Cut to interior bookstore day. Adait is in the fiction section, reading the Murakami book, Elephant Vanishes.
Chioke, I read books.
Mark walks past her and realizes it's Adait.
Hey, Mark.
Adait.
Very good. Yeah.
What are you up to?
Just reading. You? Not reading.
No. You want to get coffee?
Well, I'm trying to finish this while I'm here.
Oh, I can get it for you.
No, I couldn't have you do that. Plus, I'm almost done.
It was the first time either of them had ever stolen anything, and it was really exciting. It would begin their slow love affair with petty crime. At first, it was small things they would do together. Minor dares, like creative shoplifting. Then it became less about what they would take and more about what they could get away with. After a year of escalating small crimes, they decided to live together.
Cut that shit out.
At their pinnacle, Mark and Adayit, who demanded to be called Karen while shoplifting, developed this hustle where they would get into a fake fight and do the department store equivalent of a dine and dash.
My mother cares about me more than you do. My mother calls me, my mother remembers my birthday.
You are
my mother
so
doesn't get angry when I buy her expensive things. Come on.
But they only got to do it twice.
Karen! Karen!
Mainly because the second time they tried it, it caused a fight that was decidedly not fake.
I know you're mad.
I told you I'm not mad. Can we not talk about it anymore?
Okay. But I just...
Okay, cool. Good night.
Somehow a fissure had opened, and rather than figure out how to fix it, they simply stopped stealing.
Chioke's section had a lot of narration. Like a lot of narration. Like I got angry a couple times reading it because I was like, this is a lot of narration. I think it's mostly narration.
Well over 5 times as much narration as there needed to be.
I don't know what he was trying to do with that narrator.
You know, reading it to myself, there was one time where I said out loud, I went, "Oh, come on!"
Possibly that he wrote a short story and then just like wrote some screen stuff around it.
Oh shit, that script was due today. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
They still had fun together, but it was different.
Count that up for me. I'm gonna go drain the lizard.
I'm gonna make up a 7-letter word.
Actually, a lot of things were different after that. She got a new job. Not a great one. Less free time, but it paid better. So that's good, right?
I like this one.
Really? This one is so much nicer.
Thank you very much.
They slept together a little less, but it made sense. They lived together now and were busy all the time, so, you know, that's natural. Till one day while peeing sitting down, Mark saw that this was the moment of no return. A crossing point was about to be reached.
She dips her head under the water, almost as if trying to drown out the stillness. Exterior park day. Mark is sitting on a park bench watching young couples walking hand in hand. He picks up the Murakami book from the bookstore, which is weather-beaten, well-read.
After he lost his job, he had a lot more time to think about what to do, and he started reading that first thing they stole, that first book.
Insert on text.
And on the page that she had been reading 3 years ago in the bookstore was the story of a couple, young, like them, who robbed a fast food joint of all of its bread. This couple, it seemed, needed this thing in order to feel more connected. So that night, she found Mark at the docks, wearing a trench coat and smoking a cigarette. Or rather, holding a cigarette. He spoke in clipped tones about a heist and wanted to know if she was in or not. They spent the next few weeks casing the Korean deli near her office.
Was it written that she's supposed to look like Carmen Sandiego?
Hey, Mr. Kim.
Wait. Oh, my little chickadee.
Hello, how are you tonight?
He would meet her for lunch after she got off, early in the morning, taking photos, shooting video, noting schedules of employees. They decided for efficacy, this would be the spot, the perfect place for a cartoon heist. Mr. Kim knew her and would know well enough that this was a joke, would appreciate it, laugh even. Maybe not immediately, but later, and tell it to all his other customers. They would make this a sort of art project, making cardboard rifles and donning paper mustaches.
Hey, you wise guy, give me your shirts and pants, see? And no funny business.
No funny business?
Okay, some funny business. Now move.
This was the closest they'd been in months. On the day of the robbery, only two things went wrong.
Can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, it's in the back. Where's Mr. Kim?
Oh, he's out sick. What are you two, a costume party?
There was a brief pause when they considered aborting the plan. But then when Mark saw that faraway look in her eyes, his stomach fell. Almost as a gut reaction, he did something that he would later regret.
Okay, I get it. Very funny.
Listen, see? Give us all money in the cash register.
Oh no. Not a robbery. Hey, what's going on back there?
When the cop came out of the bathroom, there was a moment of confusion.
To Chioke.
To part one.
To Chioke
and
and
Nassor.
to a good part two.
All right, yay. Cheers.
Is it okay to ask where you thought this was gonna go from here?
No, I tried to keep it really open so that there was like enough possibilities for the next person.
No, I think I'll put a bullet through the girl's brain.
Joel is a really great guy. He sees the world through rose-colored glasses. And by which I mean he actually has a pair of rose-colored glasses that he's been wearing. It makes him look like John Lennon.
I just finally learned what the word Scaramouche means. It's an archetype clown in Commedia dell'arte, and it's like the type of clown that's like described as like a boastful coward, like a really like craven kind of person who's like really loud about their own like emotional states and like desires and stuff. It's like that type of clown, and it's like a pretty negative like term, I guess, to call somebody that. But like, I think that that's like sort of the role that Lil Wayne fulfills in the modern hip hop scene.
Joel was actually one of the first members of Old English, but he left after college.
We were having stylistic differences, I believe, and the work I was bringing in, I didn't even like.
I asked him if he wanted to write on the project, mostly because we all kind of missed him.
I had, initial doubts about the inclusion of Chioke and Joel on the project just because I had never written with them. It was a little bit like, all right, we're gonna make a movie with, my 4 best friends and 2 other guys.
Joel's pages.
My section is probably quite different in tone than Chioke's, as far as I can tell. But I think tonal shift is good. I mean, that's part of it. I just hope that my grandchildren get a kick out of it and don't judge me too harshly.
How realistic do you think that is?
I think that's fairly realistic. I mean, for my cooler grandchildren. Oof, do I want to say that? Yikes.
Fortunately, the cop had a flashlight.
She's got a flashlight.
What's going on in here?
You shot the lights out, jerk.
The cop screamed at Mark and Adait to drop their guns.
Drop your weapons! Does it count as a weapon if it's made of cardboard? What?
Oh, there were some kids stealing some beer?
At that moment, the cop's partner came in, dragging the kids by the scruffs of their necks.
What do I do with these guys?
Can we get some lights up in here?
Mark began explaining to the cops that they were wearing fake mustaches and had fake guns as a joke.
Well, those kind of jokes aren't funny, so I'm still gonna have to take you both in.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought it was pretty funny.
Then the kids piped up.
I thought it was funny too.
You would think it was funny.
I thought it was kind of funny.
That wasn't funny. End of story. So you're all just gonna have to stay here until we get to the bottom of this. Yeah.
I wrote my section, I was like, this is good. Like, here you go. Doom, bam, boom, nailed it.
My memory is you called me and you were like, I got Joel's pages. They're terrible. I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. Like, I don't even know if this project can work. I want to ask him for new pages, but I can't do that. I can't do that. So I guess that's it. And I was like, no, you can do that. Who's telling you can't do that? It's your movie. Nobody gives a shit.
And then I got a very verbose email from you, Ben, that was sort of beating around the bush and basically saying like, I don't like this, try again. I was just like, what the fuck? And like Creighton was there. Do you know Creighton?
No.
You love her. She's my woman. She was just like, it's cool. Let's just write the worst thing ever.
We kind of tried to top each other, so it was like, it was like, oh my God, you know what's really like stupid? This.
It's like, you know what's even stupider than that is this. So we sat down and we're like, okay, this was stupid shit.
Mark told Todd everything that had happened the night before. He was flabbergasted.
So why'd you go through with it if the cops were there?
Something came over me, man. You know, Adait's been really down ever since.
Yeah. Well, let's think of something that might cheer her up, like a picnic. She loves picnics.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, like a surprise picnic. We can have it in the park tomorrow.
Todd, you're my best friend.
Huh.
Let's go to the site of the 1964 World's Fair to plan this out.
Okay, I'll tie the balloons to the basket, then we can put food in the basket, and you can carry it.
Cool. She's a vegetarian, but not a vegan.
That's cool. Good to know. Hey, look, there's Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie.
Stephanie was an old girlfriend of Todd's. They would see her every once in a while at the site of the 1964 World's Fair in Queens. One troubling thing was she always had eyes for Mark.
Hey guys, what are you working on?
I'm in a lot of trouble with Adait, so we're planning a picnic surprise.
Mark, that is so sweet. I wish I had a boyfriend who would put in so much effort.
Don't look at me, babe.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Pardon me while I go answer it.
Dude, she totally has a crush on you.
Dude, can we just focus on the surprise picnic?
Chioke's section was clearly Ben's favorite section to make. Like, you go from Chioke's section to Joel's section, and it's clear that Ben loved Chioke's section and just didn't give a shit about Joel's section at all. So, like, the lighting is horrible, the sound quality is horrible, they didn't get coverage, they were like, took like 3 takes, like, yeah, that's good enough.
It's just a total shit parade.
Dude, can we just focus on the surprise picnic?
Okay. But just to let you know, she's waiting for us to invite her.
I can't. Adait hates her.
Why?
Back when you two were dating, the two of them got in an argument at a party over politics, and Adait has hated her ever since.
Why?
We didn't want to tell you because we didn't want to hurt your feelings.
I really appreciate that, Mark. And I really appreciate you telling me now. Oh, she's coming back.
What should I do?
Change the subject.
So, where's the surprise picnic gonna be?
What surprise picnic?
The one you guys were just talking about?
Oh, we were just kidding about that.
Yeah, we were just kidding about that. So what's new with you, Stephanie?
Well, I'm just finishing my grad program at NYU. I'm studying children's psychology. I'm really excited about joining the workforce and also making children happy.
Stephanie, you've always had a good heart.
You too, Mark.
Break it up, you two.
Oh, Todd, don't get jealous. Freud could tell you something about that. Ha ha!
Who?
Never mind, Todd. This is exactly why we broke up. I have to go. Bye, Mark.
So, you got my first pages. You said try again. You got my second draft of pages. Tell me honestly, what was your reaction to them?
I remember my reaction was pretty much like, I can work with this.
I knew it!
I didn't know what your intention was with the second set of pages. I've since learned that your intention was, fuck you!
I felt disrespected, so I acted disrespectfully.
Hey, Todd, shouldn't we invite her to the surprise picnic after all? She's a nice person. Maybe her and Adait will finally get along. Politics change, and people do too.
Are you kidding me? Okay, fine, I'll go tell her about it.
Start up the band!
It's a bunch of adults, but they're all having a picnic like children, in a way. It was a little bit like a Muppet Babies episode.
Hot dog for everyone!
Everyone lined up for their dogs. Adait sheepishly stood next to Mark.
And for you, fair lady, a special veggie knot dog that I... Oh no! The knot dogs were in the basket!
Freedom! Freedom!
Adait, that was your big surprise, and now it's in the sky.
Hello, Oak Tree.
I did this all for you. I noticed you've been feeling so sad lately, and I just wanted to cheer you up.
I can go get you another knot dog.
Stephanie, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a vegan, so I'll go get two. I know this great vegetarian place around the corner. I'll be right back.
That's nice of her.
Yeah, Stephanie's a nice girl.
You would say that.
She's probably getting the knot dogs as some sort of Freudian gesture.
I see someone looked up Freud on Wikipedia.
Yeah, we want to really make it like a current script too, you know? So it's like Wikipedia, like obviously that's like really placing us in this time.
It's obvious she has a crush on you, Mark. I'm going to say it because I don't want anything bad to happen.
Nothing bad is going to happen. I made you a picnic. Nothing can go wrong at a picnic.
Mark, thank you. Let's split a Coke.
Can I have some?
So Mark, Adait, and Todd split a Coke 3 ways with 3 straws while Stephanie was away. Eventually, Stephanie returned with 1 knot dog.
Here you go, Adait. 1 special knot dog for your special picnic.
Thanks. Hey, where's yours?
Oh, I didn't have enough money on me, but it's okay. I'm not hungry.
Oh, that's silly. Let's split it.
Freud would have been proud. Adait felt that she had to repay the favor and throw Mark a surprise event of his own.
Hey, Steph. Hey, Adait. Sorry I'm late, but what am I even late for? You wouldn't tell me on the phone.
Feels a little bit like a Teletubbies episode, maybe, or something. I don't really know. That's what this script feels like. Feels like a Sesame Street book I read when I was 5.
This was fine in the context of a larger movie, but you know, there must be. It's got to be more than just this. I think I might have the hardest role because I'm the one who has to make sense of 5 random pages of Joel's script. Character and location list, hipster mustache guy, probably this guy who says something to somebody, doesn't have a name, probably not an important character. And I guess that Mr. Kim is the proprietor of the Korean deli.
Wow, that's racist.
What are you talking about? Kim is like a. I mean, I think it's Korean. It's an Asian last name.
So you just assume that a guy with an Asian last name owns a Korean deli?
Well, okay. I suppose he could also own the karaoke bar or be a patron of the karaoke bar.
I'm leaving.
I apologize.
Since everybody has sort of scattered, I've been doing a lot of stand-up. I'm a real comedy guy. Guess I'm maybe the most comedy-focused out of all these guys. I don't know, in the traditional sense of making people laugh, and that's kind of all I care about. I'm actually the only member of my family who doesn't have a PhD, which is a weird thing to be insecure about. Like, my dad's a marine biologist, my mom's a botanist, my sister's a nuclear physicist. I tell shit jokes. That's what I'm doing. If you want to see my reel, you can go to adamconover.net/reel. That's where you can see I do motion graphics, compositing. Oh no, a hawk! Ah! My only goal in life is for my death to make the front page of the New York Times. That's all. That's all I want. It's not so much, right? Just for my death to be front page news.
All right, to a great section 2 and to a hopefully great section 3.
Sorry I'm late, but what am I even late for? You wouldn't tell me on the phone.
We're going to the museum. That's why I told you to meet us at the museum.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
It's okay. Who knows why we do the things we do? What's important is that today is a brand new day.
She's right. The slate has been wiped clean. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. Everything is going to be different now.
Right. From now on, everything will be different.
Everything.
They stare, smiling for a second. They shake themselves out of it.
So, are you ready to go to the museum?
I can't think of anything I'd rather do. I love you, Adait.
I love you too, Mark. Are you coming?
No, I'm actually feeling pretty tired.
Oh, we were really looking forward to spending the day with you.
I'll see you two later.
I can get you another knock dog.
Stephanie, that would be
I don't trust her.
Stephanie's a nice girl.
You would say that.
Ugh, she's probably giving them some sort of Freudian gesture.
I don't trust her.
Freudian gesture? Dogs? Yeah.
I felt bad for
Freudian jest.
Obvious she's a crush. Why don't
She looks down to see that she has crushed a knot dog between her fingers. Fade out. Interior, Mark's apartment. It's late.
Hello, Mark.
Jesus.
I got lonely, so I decided to drop by. I took a shower while I was waiting. I hope you don't mind.
Where's Adaid?
She got home a while ago. She said she was tired and went to bed. Now you and I have a chance to talk.
About what?
You're a really sweet guy, Mark. That surprise picnic you threw for Adaid, that was a really sweet thing to do.
Thanks.
Do you think I'm pretty, Mark? Come on, it's not a hard question.
Yes, of course. But
Do you like spending time with me?
yes, of course. You're my friend.
Fuck friends, Mark. Why her? Why not me? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with this?
How horny were you when you wrote that?
It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be scary, you guys. It's supposed to be scary. It's like one of those movies where the sexy lady's scary.
I think it's like a parody of something he doesn't really know about. He just like has this idea of, oh, there are movies like this.
I've never seen any of those movies, but I've seen a lot of parodies and references to them.
I have seen Fatal Instinct.
Where's Adaid?
She's sleeping.
Where's Adaid?
Adaid! What did you do to her?
I told you she had to go to sleep.
Get out of my way.
No! You can't leave me!
Do it! I'm taking her to get help.
Ooh, she did it!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you don't mind, I'll be going now.
Fuck you. You'll be back! You don't know it yet, but you'll be back! I'll see you soon, motherfucker!
My reaction, my honest reaction when I was like, I went home the night after, like you told us about the idea and everything, was I really wish we were making a real movie.
I knew that 6 months later I would be moving. I would be leaving the country in 6 months. And so if I'd come to you guys and said like, hey, let's make a real movie, the reality is we would not have been able to write a good script and make that script in that much time.
I don't know, you don't like, it's just to me always baffled me that your choice, and it's part of it is that I don't, on an intuitive level, understand why you wanted to move to the island. Because wouldn't you rather make a movie, like a real movie?
We weren't making anything.
No, I agree. I
wanted to make something, and you guys didn't.
I did want to make something. I always wanted to make something.
But there just wasn't enough momentum to actually do it, and so at that point, what am I getting out of it?
Yeah, I know, but
I wasn't enjoying it, so I didn't do it anymore.
Just on a level, I wish you had used your momentum to better ends, almost. That's.
I mean, I can't use any of this footage. Nobody wants to watch meta footage of you criticizing the movie they're watching.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not useful.
Okay.
For what it's worth, you're the most negative about the whole project.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean,
This is where I got my pages.
Did you get?
You missed all that
from
stuff?
Exterior City Street. Is
Yeah,
the first
from
thing?
Exterior City Street night.
Okay. Exterior City Street, night.
Mr. Kim! Mr. Kim! Voila! Oh my God! Come in! This is no good. This is no good at all. Quickly, bring her to the storeroom.
Here, lay her down here. Then let me see your wound. This will hurt, I'm afraid. Most terrible. I have seen before. It is good you did not bring her to a hospital. They do not know of such things. Poison. The venom of the rare onyx adder.
Should be okay.
I can make antidote. But first, I require the venom of the snake that poisoned her. Without it, she will die. Where is the snake that poisoned her?
I'm studying herpetology at school. I love snakes.
This is Steven. He's a rare onyx adder.
We bid goodbye today to Steven. He was a great friend and an even greater, rare, deadly snake. I will miss him always, but will rest happier knowing I have saved a small vial of his deadly venom to wear in this vial around my neck.
I know where it is. Stephanie. My greatest fear has come to pass. You knew? Then why didn't you say stop it, Mark? If we are to save your friend, we must act quickly. Where is Stephanie?
Mark. I was just at your apartment. Stephanie, she's gone insane. I tried to reason with her, but she's barricaded herself inside. She's being protected by a...
He's dead. We can expect no better for your friend, unless you act quickly.
Really? You don't want to look at him and see what he died of, and maybe you can fix him? Mr. Expert?
No such thing.
You don't want to maybe take a look and see if you can save Todd? No, let's move on.
Look, and if you were a physical fitness instructor, you'd have a lot of problems with Mr. Miyagi, too. You'd be like, this is terrible advice he's giving him. You shouldn't do that many wind sprints or whatever.
You gotta fucking stretch,
Have you seen The Karate Kid?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
On YouTube.
No, I haven't seen it. Because they're so part of the cultural fabric that it feels redundant to bother seeing them.
But it just means you're basing your movie on stereotypes you've seen in
parodies.
family.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Alright.
Then I have to go back. It will be difficult. You will need help. You. I see you two have met. This is my apprentice, Eustace. I trust him implicitly. Take this. You'll need it. Let's go.
You guys remember when this was a porn a minute ago?
That's so good, Adam.
How'd you get the name Eustace?
Oh, I just made it up. I don't know. I just started writing letters.
You guys are like, oh,
You started right, you're like, why?
I just wanted a silly name. I don't know.
Ooh, I'm in a hole here.
So you are being followed by Dave.
By Dave, yeah.
Dave is following you.
I'm just going to try to win Dave's approval because Dave, as a writer, hates everything that I write.
I gotta say, I'm a little bored thus far.
And I would really like to be able to impress him just once.
Like, there wasn't like a comedy, really. I thought this would be, like, funnier.
It's actually his worst nightmare, having to continue a project that I started.
Mr. Kim, this is most terrible. I have seen it before. Is he speaking in broken English?
So, no matter what I do, he's gonna bitch at me about it.
Ah.
There was a lot of emotions I went through right there in a very short span of time.
Dave has a way of just really cutting to the core of people in a way that I don't even think he realizes. I think it's just like a talent Dave has of like not even being aware of it, but just like finding what people are insecure about and just like sliding right in there.
That's what it is. I'm like, Dave's gonna think this is lame. I think that's specifically what my fear is. That whatever, you know, and that's something that like you just feel like I always felt every time I brought a script in, or I still feel that way actually. Every time I write a script, I'm like, Dave's gonna think this is lame, or you know, the rest of the guys are gonna think this is lame. And as soon as I bring it in, everybody really likes it, and I'm like beyond shocked, you know. But then when it wouldn't work, it would just be like, oh, because everybody thought it was lame, you know.
I don't think what you write is lame.
Wake up, 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 wake up. Get up, 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 get up.
The relationships I think I have are that Mark and Stephanie used to be together, or they have an apartment together. I think they're like ex-lovers. And Adea and Mark have a new relationship, a relationship that Mr. Kim disapproves of. And Adea might be Mr. Kim's daughter. Once you're given things that you don't know how they relate to what's come before, you're like, I don't know if someone's fucking with me.
Do you think you're going to try to trick Dave at all or mislead him?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That makes it too hard.
Is Adam just fucking with me? I don't know. Do I think I'm paranoid? I think I'm more paranoid than other people. I can see that. But I think I'm just very cautious, and I don't assume that everyone is treating me on the level. Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, this could all be in a flashback. Chioke could have started out, like, 10 years ago, and then just to screw everybody over, you know, so that the whole thing is a flashback to something that never happened. Like, or this could be a dream. Joel could have given Adam something that started in a dream, so maybe I should... Yeah, I'm going to have somebody wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Just in case this is in a dream. And maybe throw in a present day just to bring us up to speed if we're not already. Because, you know, I'm just thinking of the audience. That, you know, I want to leave them hanging.
Eustace, you used to be a stranger. An adversary, perhaps. But the road has been long and winding. And now, we must unite. Unite as one. Follow me, if you can.
My buddy and me, we happen to be quite a pair. Whatever the weather, we'll make it together, I swear. You know I can't make it alone. I need somebody to ride, somebody to ride.
You know, I used to have a brother named Eustace. I haven't seen him in 3 years, not since he moved to the city. You look just like him, except for the mustache.
Huh, that's funny. I used to have a brother named Marcus. I haven't seen him in like 3 years, though. Not since I moved to the city to grow this mustache. Hey, you don't think that...
Whoa,
Whoa! You're a lifesaver, man. Hey, what were we talking about? Ah, who cares? Watch this trick. Woo! Hey.
Knife? Check. Korean spells?
Check. Balls of pure steel?
Check. Double check.
Man, I hope the elevator's working.
But the elevator wasn't working.
This is spooky. I've never seen this happen before.
In fact, the elevator had a long history of being broken, and Mark damn well knew it. Ever since he had moved in 3 years prior, the elevator had been, shall we say, unreliable. But in the elevator's inconsistency, he found a certain enjoyment. He began to cherish the unpredictability it added to his day. Stephanie, however, did not.
You need to tell your super to get that fixed.
This is bullshit! I'm telling you, I told him about it. I did! Okay, but I meant to.
Yeah, I've never seen this happen.
Like you really nail Chioke's narrator voice without having read it. Like, it just feels like you really get it. Like, it's a coincidence or what, but like...
He found a certain...
Yeah, like, it's like right out of Chioke's section.
Yeah, what's kind of funny about that is I was really just trying to write the most pretentious narrator I could.
What do you got, Mark?
I don't see anything. You?
I got nothing, man.
You feel that?
Wish I hadn't. Anything I should know before we go in?
Well, if memory serves, and I should warn you, it often doesn't.
Understood.
I was dating Stephanie, but then she started going to school for herpetology.
Study of reptiles and amphibians?
Yes. But then we started fighting a lot, which led me to meeting and falling in love with Adaid. But then Stephanie found out.
Shit. I think I left my wallet back there.
So Stephanie found out.
About you and Adaid?
Correct. So we broke up, but somehow our pet snake Steven got loose and tried to bite Adaid. I saw it happen, so I killed the snake. So then we had a funeral.
Look, I just inherited a whole mess. Even these pages, you know, like, I've got a mess on my hands. So, and it's not expected that I'm going to clean it up. By the end of it, the expectation is that I'm going to make it more confusing for Raphael to write. So the idea that I could go for 3 days and not have something that I think works seems a little crazy.
Writing the pages was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. When you don't care about the characters and you have no idea what their personalities are like, it's really hard to decide what they should do because it's like, well, I don't want to contradict their entire being, but I've got to have them do something.
Now, let's do it.
Yeah, normally like this?
Not to my recollection, which, as I've said, not the greatest.
You have disturbed me. State your purpose.
Hey, Stephanie, it's me. We were wondering if you wouldn't mind if we just borrowed your vial of snake poison just for today. We just bring it back as soon as we're done. Like,
As a matter of fact, I would.
I don't think that's the girl you dated.
The snake eyes are new, but the makeup and the dress, she's had those for years.
I'm pretty sure we're dealing with something else entirely here. You saw that knife?
You still have the spells?
Let's do it. Okay, I got one here for making somebody angrier. This one is for making your enemy stronger. This one makes us smaller. Oh, shit.
Okay, so just to be clear, I don't know anything. This is what I know, and just keep that in mind as we move forward through this section.
This is where you start?
This is where I start.
Yes! Oh. Alright, here it is.
I think I posted on Facebook saying, like, does anyone speak Korean? And the older sister of my elementary school best friend was like, I know some Korean. And I was like, great, you're my expert.
That's going to be the middle one, to show your true self.
Jung, wait, starting with
Jung? Yeah.
Jung?
No, not Jang, Jung.
I can't wait to show it to an actual Korean person.
No, that is not Korean.
Who did the Korean subtitles?
Is that you? I did. Oh, I just No, those are real Korean characters, but I just randomly chose them.
We should get that fixed.
Mama! Suna! Eustace! What have you done?
Greetings, Marcus.
But it killed you.
Yes, but the spirit of vengeance is strong.
You tried to kill Adait.
You used Stephanie to kill Todd and Eustace. And you think you can tell me about vengeance?
Funny you're so upset about Eustace. You barely knew him.
I knew him well enough to know he was my friend.
But not well enough to know he was your brother.
That's ridiculous. My brother didn't have a mustache.
Hey, here's a picture of my dad. Show me the picture of your dad again. You're holding it.
No. You killed my brother.
And now you shall join him.
The ghost laughs maniacally. But behind him rises the ghost of Eustace.
Brother! What?
Brother! Take the vial to Mr. Kim! Go! Go, damn it!
You know the white people have to make us kind of nice. People are trying to sleep us.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't stop him.
It's not your fault.
But what happened to Adait was...
Shh. That's all in the extremely confusing past. Now to the deli. Adait's fate hangs in the balance.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks a lot. For those of you watching, I just read Dave's section, which you just saw. I don't know. Maybe it made sense to you. It didn't make sense to me. I think I have some sense of where I could go from here. I mean, it's not that crazy, right?
It seems I have found a new house.
You'll have to kill me first.
With pleasure.
What the? Marcus! It's me! Eustace!
Yes, just Eustace here.
No! Run! No! Not again!
Vengeance shall be mine!
Raphael Bob-Waksberg sits on Ben's bed reading the final lines of a script. This is in Dave's script, so.
He wrote you into the script?
Yeah, he wrote me into. Have you not read this yet?
No, I haven't read it complete. He sent it to me like an hour ago.
Yeah, he wrote me into the script.
You moved to California 2 days from now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in New York.
I understand it was complicated. I understand it could be very frustrating, and who knows how it will play out in the final product. But I don't know. I had to surprise him.
What kind of a name is this? Adayit?
I don't know how to pronounce this character's name. Adayit? Adayit?
Yeah, none of us know how to pronounce
that.
Adayit.
Adayit? Adayit?
Adayit?
Mark and Adayit are naked in their tiny white tile bathroom.
Really? That's how we pronounce this name? I've been saying it wrong for like a month and a half.
Adayit is what I've been saying.
By the way,
How do you pronounce it?
Adayit.
Adayit. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That really ruins the rap I wrote.
That changes the whole script for me.
Yeah.
Adayit? Okay, I'm not going to write for any characters that I don't know how to pronounce. Well, I have my work cut out for me. There are these development execs all over Hollywood who want to give notes to people. And so they hire writers like me to write things for them so that they can give me notes, and that's what I do. So I write a pitch, and then they give me notes on that, and then I write a treatment, and they give me notes on that. Then I write a draft, and then they give me notes, and then I write another draft, and they give me more notes, and then I write another draft, and they put that draft in a cabinet somewhere where no one will ever see it. And then I look for some other development exec who wants to give notes to somebody. And I've made a nice career out of that, so I'm doing pretty well. Here's the problem with everything. As soon as you get something you want, it's no longer a thing you want, it's just a thing you have, and then you want the next thing. And so I'm starting to realize that maybe I'll never be satisfied, and that like no matter how successful I get, there'll always be some other measure of success that I want. You know, like I'll find the girl of my dreams, I'll get married, I'll have kids, and then like a week later I'll be like, well, this is shitty. You know, I'll get my dream job, and then like it still won't make me happy. Is this relevant to anything?
What I would like to see happen is that like Raphael chases the characters down the streets and like he's the villain. What's probably gonna happen is that he's gonna do like, I don't know, like a time jump or a flashback or just do something completely different.
This is how, in all seriousness, my first instinct, this is how my section's gonna begin. 5 years later.
And that's like, you know, if he does that, I think I'll be really disappointed.
I think this could be the end of a scene. No, it's gonna start with fade out. Super over black, 5 years later. That might not be what it is, but I'm guessing that's probably what it's gonna be. Because I just don't know how to continue this scene. So look forward to that right now.
So I'm all Australopithecus, or like Australopithecus.
Oh, fossils are the worst.
I mean, where do they find this crap? Paleolithic? More like Paleopathetic, am I right?
This coffee is terrible.
Two figures emerge from the front doors of the museum. One is Adayit. Adayit is a woman. I think she was a woman before, but it's hard to tell with a name like Adayit, which I've never heard before in my life. 80% sure was made up by someone, probably Joel or Chioke.
It's a real name.
In any case, from now on, Adayit is a woman. Also, her name is Meg now.
Hey, good work today at being a museum owner, which is your job now. No, I'm serious. You're doing some really inspiring work here.
Well, thank you, police officer 2 from before. See you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I know I might be crossing a line here, but there's something I have to say. I know it's always been your dream to own the Natural History Museum. But ever since you won it in that poker game, you're not as happy as I would think. Here's the thing, Meg, that was named Adait but is now named Meg. I don't know what you're looking for, but what do I know? I'm just some dumb police officer that for some reason also owns the museum. I'm not gonna bore you with any more exposition. I'm sure you're gonna get home to your boyfriend with whom you share a modest but well-furnished loft on the Upper West Side near the park.
Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow.
Beep, beep. Doom. Click.
Shouldn't smoke those things. They're gonna kill you.
Fuck my face.
His section coming after mine, I thought I set him up for something really awesome. And when we were reading it, I was like, really let down.
And then we have footage of Dave complaining that my section, like, didn't do what he thought it was gonna do.
Raphael's writing is always the most personal of any of us. But at the same time, I think he also takes things the most personally.
The fact that Dave feels that way about me is like, oh, how could he think that? Because he knows me so well, I feel like he should see all the good in me. Hey, how you doing?
Keep going, man. You're number one, man.
I can't keep going because you're ruining the shot.
Hey, he's the best. Look him up.
This guy gets me. Why doesn't Dave get me?
And I want the oatmeal. And I want the meat lover's omelet, extra bacon if you could. And I like the French toast. And this is important. I want the French toast cut down the middle, not diagonally. Directly down the middle. It's not a problem, is it? Okay. Look, I don't want to be an asshole about this, but if you cut it diagonally, I will send it back and I will tell others not to come here.
Not diagonal.
Okay. I feel good about this.
And for you? Just coffee's fine.
I like this place. It's got atmosphere.
She's going to spit in your food.
Look, I have spent so much time and energy caring what other people think, fucking tiptoeing around other people's... A couple years ago, I said fuck it.
Yeah, noted.
Fuck, it's good to see you. How long has it been?
You know how long it's been.
4.5 years? Listen, Adai.
It's Meg now.
That makes so much sense. It's a much easier name to pronounce. Listen, Meg, I owe you an apology.
Do you?
I shouldn't have left you to die in the Korean deli like that. It was a real dick move, and I'm super sorry about it.
Are you?
Hey, are you married now?
What?
Is that a weird question?
No, it's not a weird question. I just didn't think we were done with the whole you leaving me to die thing.
Everyone's married these days. It's fucked up.
Why is it fucked up that people are married?
You married?
I am not.
Got a boyfriend?
Come on, Mark, enough.
Hey, you ever think about getting the old gang back together? Todd, Stephanie?
Todd's dead.
So Stephanie then?
There's a lot of things you can say about this project. I think it's fucking amazing that the two main characters are the same at the beginning and the end. And that it seems that they went through a journey of some kind and felt like they came to an emotional resolution is like unbelievable that it's that coherent.
Who would think after all this time I would run into you like this, and now you're some big shot museum owner? I swear, everything I knew about you, I never would have guessed.
Yeah, well, maybe you never really knew me that well.
Yeah, maybe not. But we had some good times, right?
Did we?
Well, it was always an adventure. You can't deny that. When we were together, amazing things happened. Things involving ghosts and talking snakes, and past that, my memory gets a little hazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have left you to die in the Korean deli.
Well, that's awfully sweet.
I wish I could explain to you what happened that night. We were going to bring the antidote back to the deli, but then, I don't know, a lot was going on. I guess I kind of lost track of things.
Wow.
I don't know. At that point, it had gotten so bad between us, maybe it felt like there was nothing left to save.
I'm really glad you define my life's worth in terms of my relationship with you.
What happened to us, Meg?
What happened to us? What happened to us is that you're fucking basket case. That's what fucking happened to us.
Language?
You love me, you ignore me, you're a hero, you're an asshole, you're a goddamn different person every 15 minutes, and I couldn't fucking take it anymore.
I can change.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Attention, citizens of Earth! Your galaxy is in grave danger! I am Captain Boo of the planet Goo, and I am assembling an intergalactic squad of adventurers. If you love freedom and crave justice, then stand up now and join my cause. Who among you wants to hop aboard the good ship Adventure?
What do you think? For old time's sake.
No, Mark.
Really? Nobody? Nobody wants to save the galaxy from imminent destruction? Okay, fine. I'll do it myself. Again. Bunch of cocksocks.
Did he just call us a bunch of cocksocks?
This is what I'm talking about. When I'm around you, crazy, terrifying, incredible things happen, and yes, it's fun. But at a certain point, I need some consistency. I need something real that I can hold on to, and you are a slippery-ass slope.
That's a mixed metaphor.
I have to go. I
Oh,
can't.
come on. Meg.
Excuse me.
Don't be. Meg. Adaid.
Unfucking believable.
I feel like I, see people like, that are my best friends, that are my, lovers, that I see years later, and it's like, oh, what did we ever have in common? Like, we had such a strong connection, and now, like, what's left? Sometimes I worry that that's what this project is. It's a project of people who once had a lot in common, who then, when forced to actually look at themselves and think, like, what do I want to write? What do I want to make? Realize that they're actually very different, and they're very different, interested in very different things.
He was a snake beast, and he didn't use it at all. If someone made me a snake beast, do you know how much fun I would have writing that section? I felt like I tried to lob you something new and interesting that hadn't been in the movie so far, and you just kind of let the ball drop, and you didn't play that ball. And I, watching the, 4.5 years later, it feels like, more so than in any other section, what I set up was just completely dropped.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But
is like then Adam is like the characters turn to the camera and they're like,
Right.
everything is going to be totally different.
Right, and then you did also, present day, in case it wasn't, I don't feel like I did drop what you were doing. I guess it felt that way to you, and so I'm sorry, but but
clearly.
No, I'm clearly. But I don't think you're right.
I was just flat out amazed by how much drama there was. What are we so mad at? We're mad at a movie where we're playing a game that's it's gotten that tense. You didn't do what I wanted you to.
Do you feel like you were disappointed because that's the nature of the project, or do you feel like you were disappointed because I fucked it up?
Working with friends has its ups and downs.
It's a little bit like when you visit your family for the holidays, and you're happy to see them, but things are immediately weird. You start poking at each other, teasing each other, making fun, or behaving passive aggressively, or just being shitty to each other in ways that you wouldn't be shitty to people you don't know as well.
They're so close you feel like they should just know what you're going for and that they should be inside your mind. But they're not. They're just other people.
It's like if you take two parallel lines, right? If you just imagine two lines on a plane or in a space, they're parallel. You can look at them here. You look at them, 1,000 miles there, they're gonna be the same distance from each other. But if you take two lines that are almost parallel, but aren't quite, they look like they're parallel, and they're so close together. And then you go 5 years later, you look at them, and there's one over here and there's one over there. And one looks over to the other, and they go, how did we get so far apart? We were so close, and I don't know what happened, and how much we changed, and how different we are from the people we were at the beginning. And what does that mean?
Hey, I'm downstairs. You gotta get another set of keys.
You're upset about something.
I'm fine. It's just The keys.
Honey, what's wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, this whole key situation is ridiculous, right? I mean, why can't we just, this is no fucking way to live a life.
It's okay. Take a breath.
I'm fine. I just had the weirdest fucking day.
Tell me about it. I'll make some coffee.
Well, do you remember Mark?
Mark?
He was the guy I was seeing before I started dating you. Or I think I was seeing him. I don't know, it was complicated.
Oh, was he the guy who had the brother with the mustache?
Yeah. Well, I bumped into him today and it brought up all this.
I can see how that would upset you.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Kim?
Anything.
Have you ever noticed that the world we live in is very, very weird?
How do you mean?
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think this is not what we were meant for. That this story is not what was planned for us. That this life is not what we're supposed to be living.
Everyone feels that way sometimes. There is no supposed to.
Yeah, but when I was younger, everything made sense. And then at some point, slowly, gradually, the pieces just stopped fitting together. Is that just getting older? Is that just life?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me that one day something is going to click and everything is going to make sense again. Can you tell me that?
Do I have to tell the truth?
No.
One day, something's going to click, and everything will make sense.
Really?
Yes.
I deem it watchable.
It's okay. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I really genuinely thought everyone was going to be like, we're all going to tie it together, you know?
Yeah.
And it happened inadvertently.
Right.
But I feel like everybody, when they were actually writing the scripts, were like, oh, I'm just going to do what I want.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just do whatever I want.
I mean, here's part of the problem. I don't meet my expectations.
Yeah.
Who else is going to? So, like, I don't know, maybe the lesson is like, don't listen to me, man.
In a lot of ways, collaboration does make things easier, and it does make them better. It doesn't make them easier. Did I say it makes them easier?
Yes. I like your section. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do. I really do. Yeah. I wish I'd said that the other night because I really enjoy it.
It was so fun. I had a great time. Even when my pages were rejected and I was like so mad, it was still really fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, top to bottom across the board for me was fun.
I guess I kind of wanted to stop for a second and reset and say, like, I'm really impressed that any of this exists.
Yeah,
And I
well
know,
done,
like,
Ben.
When we first sat down, we're like, we're gonna make a movie, but you have to make it. It's sort of
I know,
like,
this is the moment I've been waiting for where I get to be, fuck you, fuck you, I did it. And yet we're still like, fuck you, Ben, you didn't make it right.
And to your credit, the beginning of the movie feels like a real movie.
Yeah.
For the beginning, people are gonna be like, I'm watching a movie here. Look at me, sitting in the movie theater. Sitting here, what? Just like a regular person. Imagine me. God, I gotta write to my mom about this. That's what they'll be saying.
Jesus Christ.
This is what it's like to work with friends. And it's hard, and it's messy, but it's also kind of great.
These interviews are going to be a very small portion of the finished film, right? It's going to be like a minute, maybe, between sections.
It can be more than that.
Really?
How do you sleep?